I pulled up a real laundromat's website. Retro cartoon, no clear CTA, walls of italic text, no clear way to book a pickup online. I rebuilt the whole thing in just a few minutes. No designer, no agency. Here's what that looked like. Here's the situation most business owners are in. They know their website is bad. They know it doesn't reflect what they actually do. But every time they look into fixing it, they get a quote for somewhere between $1,500 to $3,000 in the AI age, a 6-week timeline, and a project manager asking them for the brand guidelines when they don't have any. So they close the tab and live with the old site for another 2 years. What I'm going to show you today is a completely different approach. 2 AI tools, Google Stitch 2.0 and Claude Code. One generates the design, the other builds the code. I'll walk you through both live using a real business website. By the end, you'll see exactly how to do this yourself, and you'll understand why the hard part of website redesign is no longer the part you think it is. Okay, so this is what we're going to do today. We're first going to look at the current website. We're going to identify its weak points, what its color schema is, what its brand looks like, etc. We're then going to open up Google Stitch. We're going to ask it to redesign this particular website by giving it its URL and then asking it to make any particular tweaks that we want it to. After it generates a design, we're going to review it. And after we like the design, we're going to export it, download it, and then ask Claude Code to use that downloaded file to be able to create a new website from scratch that it's going to host for us in our localhost. And after that's ready, we're going to do a comparison before and after. Let's first look at the current website that we have. You'll see, we saw this in the intro as well, and then you'll see it's using the blue and white color scheme throughout most of its descriptions and scrolling through the websites. It also has the location and hours at the bottom, and then it also has a self-service tab that is its own details page. And for the purposes of this video, we're going to try to design both the home page and the self-service page. Alright, let's move to Google Stitch 2.0. This is the home page. You'll see I'm under My Projects on the left, and on the right you'll see a place for you to input a prompt. I moved away from app that you see down here to web because this is a website we'll be designing. And for our model, we're going to move from 3.0 Flash to 3.1 Pro. Just a better model to use overall. And here's what I'm saying. I want you to redesign a laundromat website. It needs to have a modern look and feel. I want you to stay true to the brand colors and brand voice. Apart from the home page, also design the self-service details page, which is a separate design. And for any information on the website, please depict accurate information. Don't make up your own numbers. And we're going to give it the URLs of the home page as well as the self-service page. I'm going to shoot it off. So you'll see this is the new interface of Stitch. Your prompt moves towards the left and it's currently building up the design. Okay, this is what it has come up with. This is called the design system. And you'll see it's basically this one right here. It's giving you different color schemas that you can use and then apply to the screens that are currently being built. Okay, so it is all ready now. And you'll see it has come up with 2 pages for us, the Independence Laundry homepage and the self-service details page. So let's look at the home page first of all. You can see it has a nice clean design. You'll see there's 2 washers up right front, and it has also given us a CTA for scheduling a pickup and also checking availability. You'll see the store's phone number is right there, which I think it's picked up from this place on the website, and you'll see how beautiful it is looking. Isn't it amazing? It says visit us in Quincy, which I think it's picking up from the bottom there for location and hours. The store hours have been clearly mentioned. And then moving on to the self-service details page, you'll see it's got, again, a very clean, modern look about it. You'll also see that it's maintaining the brand colors, right? Most of it is blue and white. Of course, it's added its own tinge to it. There's different colors also being used, which you have control by editing over here. And then in terms of washers, you will see it has 4 different options here. Let me zoom in a little. You'll see there's the standard load, large load, extra large, king comfort load, right from 25 to 60 lbs. And if you look at the actual website, it's been mentioned that the washing machines range from 25 to 60. And so you'll see it's kind of made it a lot more clear. The information is easier to consume. It's also mentioned that we also do have an industrial dryer that can take above 60 lbs. Isn't this just fascinating? And now, of course, you should also have the ability to edit any of these. So if I go back to the homepage, maybe something I'd want to change is I don't like this being a cartoon figure. So I'm going to click this particular tile and then say, hey, could you replace the cartoon image with an image of an actual human under the pickup and delivery section on the home page. And then we can shoot that off and see what it comes up with. And you'll see it's creating a visual. It's saying I'll swap out that illustration for a photo of a real person. Let's see what it does. And you'll see it's come up with a fantastic new image, which is a human holding a piece of laundry. So look at this on the left over here and look at this one on the right. If you see up top, the title's changed. It's create a new page, which is the updated version now. And again, I'm going to make a minor change where I still don't like this particular figure. It just seems to be like a stock image. What I'm going to do is open up Maps and actually give it the Google Maps, a screenshot of it, so that it can add it to the same page. I grabbed the image from Google Maps, and then I'm saying replace the stock image for the Google Maps that is present next to Visit Us in Quincy, and with this screenshot that I have attached. So we can shoot that off and let it work its magic. So you'll see it's received the prompt and it's now begun the process of updating it. It's finished updating the image, and let's go look at the map at the bottom of the page. You'll see it's come up with a new design again. So each time it makes an updates, there's a new design for you to review. This one says map is updated. Let's scroll down to the bottom and here we go. It actually pasted the map screenshot that I asked it to. And this is now overall looking much better. Of course, you can go ahead and make quite a few more tweaks, based on what you require. But I'm first going to select this first page that we just finalized. And so you can see I selected it. The way you know that is it appears in the prompt over here. And then I'm going to press Shift on my keyboard, select the second one as well. So now we have the 2 pages that we need, the home page and the self-service details page. And then we're going to click on export. We can go to MCP, and I'll explain in a few moments as to why we're choosing that. But we're going to say copy prompt, and you'll see the prompt is copied. Now we'll move over to Claude Code and ask it to design the website based on these 2 designs. To first allow Claude Code to be able to communicate with Stitch, one of the first things we need to do is create an API key. So you can go to stitchwithgoogle.com/settings to be able to create a key. After this is done and you have copied your API key, I wanted to show you how the MCP for Stitch looks like. Since we're using VS Code, this is the command you need to give Claude Code to be able to download the Stitch's MCP for Claude Code to be able to communicate directly with Stitch. So I'm going to head down to VS Code and say something like, hey Claude, I want you to install a new MCP server for Google's new Stitch 2.0 app. Pick up the details that you would need from this URL and install the MCP server. Once it's set up, please let me know if you see all of the tools available. And so I'm going to give it this particular URL, and then I would just hit enter. and let Claude Code do its own thing. I've already set this up in my machine. So I'm going to move over to a fresh conversation where we're now going to ask Claude Code to build the website for us. So we're saying, hey Claude, I have a project in Stitch currently whose design I want you to use to create 2 pages, and here are the details. This set of instructions that you see now are the details from the prompt that I copied from Stitch. So to jog your memory, when we click export and we click MCP and copy prompt, these are the same details that popped up in my VS Code. The home page I'm saying should be linked to the self-service page, so that when I move from the home page to the self-service page, it should then load up the self-service details page. Host this website for now in localhost. So I'm going to shoot this off and let Claude Code do its thing. You'll find out that it's trying to spin up the website for us. As you see, it's asking us for permissions to proceed with the get screen functionality, and we're going to say yes. And just so it doesn't keep asking us to allow commands to run, I'm going to move to the bypass permissions mode. And you'll see it's got both screens. It's saying, let me download the HTML. So basically through that prompt, it's downloaded the HTML code, which it will use to render this website. It's saying both files are downloaded. Let me find the self-service link in the homepage. You'll see it's actually now attempting to start a local server. The server is up, and voila, we have the links that we need. So let's just click on this link and see what it came up with. Okay, so this is just giving us the code for now. We're going to click localhost 8080. So I'm just going to copy this link first. And this is what it's looking like. Can you believe it? This is the entire redesign of the home page. You'll see how beautiful it's looking. You'll see how exactly it's copied the design that we pulled from Stitch. You'll see this updated image, and then also the maps at the bottom. Let's move over and you'll see this beautiful hover feature. Once you get out of this, it slightly tilts. It's just beautiful design, right? And we're going to click self-service. You'll see it move to the details page. The cleanest facility in Quincy. Now that was actually written in the original website where they said our customers say we're the cleanest. This is so brilliant. And then again, it's copied the whole design perfectly well. Doesn't this look absolutely stunning? We went from this to this, and that's actually the harder design problem. It's easy to start from scratch, harder to honor something that already exists. And before you could do this with Stitch or AI, the bottleneck was never the idea. It was always the execution. And that bottleneck, my friends, is now gone. So that's the full workflow. Google Stitch handles the design thinking, Claude Code handles the build, you handle the brief. And a website that would have taken 6 weeks and a few $1,000s now takes an afternoon. If you found this useful, subscribe. I put out videos like this regularly, all focused on what's actually possible with AI tools for real businesses. Not theory, not demos with fake data, actual builds start to finish. And if you know a business owner whose website looks like it was built in 2012, send this to them. It might save them a lot of time and money.